Welcome back, everyone, here to the MLE2 stream brought to you by Balls Guarana. My boy, I'm here, Spidey, with my boy B++ for this awesome Champion League match, the Lightning at the Hawks. What do you think about this matchup coming up?
This is going to be a very entertaining match. Both of these teams, I mean, the Hawks are kind of already in playoffs, but they still haven't secured it yet. And the Lightning, I mean, I've played them personally. They are also a very tough team, and they are also pushing for playoffs. So a win for any of these teams is going to be huge for the playoff picture.
It definitely is, with the Hawks already way ahead with a comfortable lead right now, all thanks to killing habits before he actually ranked out to go up to Master League. This is going to be a big test to see how well Appa and Squintle actually play together, as Appa's only a 13.0 and Squintle's a 14.5, so he seems like he's probably going to have to pull the support role in this matchup.
Yeah, and I mean, we'll see. You mentioned killing habits ranking out earlier, I think it was a couple weeks ago, into ML, and I mean, the Hawks have looked good without him off stream, but I mean, we'll have to see how they look on stream here. Maybe this is their first kind of big test versus the Lightning, who are going for a playoff spot. They're only about 4 games out right now as we get onto the field and get this thing started.
Yeah, like you said, that those little bit of nerves can end up hitting anyone at any time, especially when it comes down to a twos match, because twos is a little bit more of a calm play, as the first shot comes out by the Lightning but deflected very wide fast, and now the Hawks have their offensive opportunity as Lightning are just trying to gather themselves. But this looks like this is going to be a quick back and forth, and we're going to see who has the ball control or anything coming out, as X comes from behind, gets a beautiful demo to try to create an offensive opportunity, but a great spawn by Squintle to come out and get a clear to stop that offensive pressure.
Yeah, and I mean, that's what you're going to see in twos, to just either relieve pressure or still create more pressure, is just demos, and that's hopefully what we're going to see more of, because demos are always fun and enjoyable to see. But I mean, the Lightning kicked this one off, and X scores the first goal.
As you're talking about what we love to see, I personally am very much a passing type of guy, and I love the pass plays. That was a beautiful play coming from Old Tiger to X. You couldn't have gotten it any more well written up. With just under a minute in, Lightning take the lead as going into kickoff, and Appa gets a beneficial kickoff but could not play it, as Old Tiger gets a hard clear, and Squintle's just to try to clear it out, try to stop from a little bit of pressure, gets faked a little bit, but Squintle could not capitalize on an open net. That's not something you want to have happen, especially at the Champion League level.
Yeah, unfortunate there. But Squintle almost had a great little solo play there. And it seems like the Hawks are just kind of taking turns here at the net, whereas the Lightning are maybe going to try to go for more team plays here, as Tiger does throw it down to the side. But Appa actually beats both Lightning players as they double commit, but he's not going to be able to get there in time, as the Lightning do get away with that double commit play there.
Yeah, as you're saying about the double commits, we're going to see what happens now, because it seems like there's not many double commits coming out from the Hawks, and it looks like they're being very cautious to make sure they're not going to, as they're trying to stay a little too far away from each other, wide rotations and everything, and that's not going to be too good for the offensive push, what they have done in comparison to what the Lightning have with trying to get that more pressure, try to create those demo plays, but it doesn't matter because Squintle takes it around X, a beautiful play. Coming around, Squintle gets a flick over, tied it up 1-1.
Yeah, and Old Tiger just wasn't back in time, unfortunately, there. I mean, X had the kind of challenge that he couldn't really back off, and because if he backs off, then Squintle probably just still beats him anyway, so he had to kind of make Squintle do something. But instead, Old Squintle just manages to get it by, and Old Tiger's just not back in time, and just like that, we're in a tied series here, but Old Tiger now has a chance to shoot, and it goes off both posts. Oh, that was so close.
Oh, that is not something you want to see or you see very often as a hard pitch comes out. And I don't know if you noticed, but also that last goal was scored because Old Tiger went to try to go for a demo on the last man back on the Hawks, but could not get it as a shot comes out, but just wide. Another shot comes off of the deflection, and Appa tucks it in. What an angle!
X pushed up way too early here and just got caught. Like, I mean, great clear there, but Appa just took advantage of the fact that X was just not in a favorable position. X pushed up thinking that Old Tiger was going to be able to challenge and win the challenge, but nobody went for it, and instead, X scrambling back to net leads the Hawks to have an open net as X makes a great shot there, but Squintle with an even better save.
That was just absolutely amazing play. And I mean, we need to see more of that coming out from the Hawks, as they don't even have many shots on goal right now, but they're still leading the game. As a demo comes out, hard clear coming back, Squintle might be able to get there, but could not. Appa tosses it on, but could not get up high enough to get the shot accurately on goal. As now X and the Lightning are trying to get something to come back, going for the ceiling shot, tries to get it, couldn't get enough power to get it over the defense of the Hawks, but the Lightning keeping it in the red end as a shot comes off just in front of goal. Old Tiger took a smart play, stayed in goal, and X tucked it in.
Yeah, and Old Tiger I'm not sure if that was a fake or what it was, but doesn't matter. It's just, the ball just rolls right in front of net for X to take it, and we are tied once again. I mean, in the first kind of like half, it looks like for the first game, it looks like the Lightning are just kind of having more pressure, and just the Hawks are good at capitalizing on their chances here. But also the Hawks have just been kind of good on defense so far, except for when the Lightning do make just good plays. So I mean, hopefully we can still see that going here. As speaking of good defense, X was not it. Unfortunate miss there, as Appa just kind of threw it on net and X just missed.
Yeah, that was just the uncomfortability save that X tried to cover the whole front end of the net, and Appa was like, nah, I'm going to toss it right behind you. I'm going to get that open space to be able to get it on you. And now the Hawks are up for the lead with just only one, with under a minute left. This is going to be the pressure that the Lightning have been putting on. They need to try to get a good pass play again as the toss-up comes. X could not get it, as Appa is going to try to dribble this all the way down. Gets challenged by X, has more than enough boost to try to get something, pitches it off the Lightning member, but could not get enough. And the Hawks are just trying to keep it in their zone and just trying to get it out now, as the Lightning are just wreaking havoc in their end.
And the Lightning do need one more. This is why they're putting so much pressure up right now. But Old Tiger had to go for that, because now the Hawks have the chance at the pressure. Ooh. And they shoot and they score. And surely that seals it for the Hawks in game one, unless a minor miracle comes out for the Lightning.
I mean, that was a beautiful play by Squintle, just going up, being able to get up, get the rotation to try to throw off the defensive Lightning, toss it in, get a 2-goal cushion instead of just only that 1-goal benefit. There is more than enough time, but it looks like Squintle's going to slow it down a little bit, trying to make it where they can put a dagger in the hearts of the Lightning for this game. But there's still plenty more games to play, as the Hawks are just trying to, seem like they're trying to just kill the ball, but the Lightning want to try to get something more. But it's not going to happen in this first game.
Yeah, and the Hawks do take game one here. And with that as well, the Hawks now will take the lead of the Sky Division. And they were tied with the Ducks going into this, but the Ducks have already played their game for their doubleheader match for this week. And so every win the Hawks gets here just pushes them closer and closer to not only the division lead, but now playoffs as well. As, I mean, we saw here Lightning looked like they had the pressure, but Hawks still came out ahead.
They definitely did, and as 8 shots on goal for the Lightning and only 5 by the Hawks. I mean, you never know how much that pressure can really be created, but it just showed that the Hawks capitalized on every opportunity. Like you said, those little double commits, those hard clears, try to take advantage of those. And I mean, getting the hard angle that Appa got off the clear that X got, that's just great positioning done by the Hawks, and they just reap the benefit on that. And we need to see if they can actually go into game 2 carrying the same momentum, or if that was just a little bit of a beneficial, the tester game, I guess you could say. You got to dip the foot in the water before you actually jump in. So maybe that's exactly what it was for the Lightning. They just needed to be like, all right, we need to see what they have, because normally that's what I see too, especially playing in the Champion League. I know all too well that first game of a series is almost like a test or a game to see how aggressive the other team is or how passive they are. And then all of a sudden, it's a new team coming out game 2 and through the rest of them.
Yeah, and I mean, we even saw that in the last series with the Tyrants, but I'm not sure if that was an own goal or not. I don't want to call it, but I mean, Tiger, good job keeping the pressure on here. Yeah, I'm not sure I'm going to call that an own goal, but it was still redirected on net by Squintle. And again, just a great start here by the Lightning, but we saw from the last game, Lightning had the pressure, but Hawks are just going to take advantage anyway.
Squintle, out of nowhere. I don't think old Tiger even came close to see him. I just saw it all of a sudden from the look from Appa. From his camera view, I just saw Squintle flying upside down across the field, just tuck it over old Tiger, not even expecting it. That was an amazing play coming out for an instant tie-up right there. And I mean, that's the kind of stuff that the Hawks did really good first game, was just try to get those capitalizations, and a great pass play comes out now. You don't need no solo plays. We'll get those pass plays going for the Hawks. And now, only 30 seconds in, 3 goals scored.
Yeah, and I mean, maybe we see a ton of goals scored in this game, but Hawks definitely just taking command of this one. I mean, that was a great play there. Squintle just kind of knocked it over one. Almost had a repeat there off the kickoff. If he would have gotten it behind him, Apple would have been right there for possibly a third goal. Ooh. But now it's old Tiger going in the center and shoots and scores. Squintle couldn't quite get to it.
That was a very heads-up play by old Tiger. Noticing his teammate was demoed, tried to get a self-pass off the corner, got it right over Squintle. Squintle almost got there but could not get it, tied it back up. Just under 45 seconds in and 4 goals scored. I think you're 100% right. This is going to be a very high-scoring offensive game more than defensive game.
Yeah, and I can't really tell these two teams apart. They're both having very good opportunities here, but also just got to be careful, because it's plays like that right there from the Hawks that can go wrong if you don't do them correctly. I mean, Squintle was cheating up there, and if old Tiger was a little more on it, well, then that could have definitely turned the wrong way and gone the Lightning's way. But here we are, still 3 minutes 40 left in the game. Only 4 goals to be scored so far.
As X tosses it on goal, Squintle is up, tosses it to the side, is trying to grab the corner boost, could not end up grabbing it, grabs the middle as old Tiger's trying to retreat back. Squintle looking for the pass, could not get it as old Tiger played beautiful backboard defense. Appa tossing it off the corner for his teammate, gets 50'd over in the corner. It stays in the Lightning side for now. Appa just trying to get some sort of center for his teammate, as Squintle seems like he is the major striker at the moment for the Hawks. But it doesn't matter, because old Tiger's going to take it off to the wall and trying to get something to get it out of their end and generate something in the red end. But X has no boost, trying to play it to the corner. Once again, that no boost ends up hurting him. Squintle gets a hard clear, and old Tiger trying to play. He seems like he's glued to that corner, not having any luck of getting away from it. As a hard push down ends up opening up the space, and old Tiger tucks it in to give him the lead yet again for the first time since the first goal scored within the first 10 seconds.
Yeah, and Tiger just, I mean, had all the time in the world. Appa was trying to get back as fast as possible, but I mean, Tiger just had all the time in the world. I thought he was taking a little bit too much time there, but he wasn't, and instead, it's a 3-2 game here for the Lightning, and well, that could have been a great play as well, but Tiger just kind of spinning around there, had an awkward little recovery, and that might cost him as Squintle manages the score.
Yeah, as you were saying, that awkward recovery, that happens to me a little too often recently, where you think you're going to get the wave dash, you don't get it, you flip, and you're stuck out there. Old Tiger couldn't get back, and wasn't much X could have done on that. And the Hawks, once again, shortly after the goal is scored, the Lightning to take the lead, Hawks tie it right back up. And this is exactly the kind of back and forth matchup that I love to see when it comes down to a twos match, because normally you don't see many twos matches lasting with a lot of goals. A lot of times it's like, oh, strong defense or something like that. When you have 6 shots on goal for the Hawks, 3 for the Lightning, and a pass coming out like that to Old Tiger, but could not get it. Squintle is just a mechanical genius coming out of nowhere, sets himself up, could not capitalize it, gets the wide flip and an open net blown. X trying to get a hard clear. Squintle grabbed the middle boost and could not get there either. X ends up tucking it in. What happened?
Oh, Squintle just had the biggest blunder of the game. I mean, missed the wide open net, and I just couldn't get up enough to save the shot. I mean, it was a great shot, but it just wasn't. Squintle just couldn't get up, and I hope Squintle can recover from that, because that was probably the blunder of the series. I really hope that he can recover here. Maybe he can, as actually the Hawks double commit onto that ball, even though I would say that was Squintle's ball to go for. But the Lightning will capitalize with a great passing play, and they have a 2-goal lead.
As I talked about it before with the great mechanics, it unfortunately ended up hurting Squintle more than helping him. And Old Tiger came in just enough to get an umph over the first defender and tucks it in to get a 2-goal lead instead of just one. A minute and a half left. And this is the kind of aggression that I wanted to see the Lightning have in this game too. As another shot comes out right around the defender, and X ends up giving them a 3-goal lead. What a shot.
And yeah, I mean, great shot. Like, the Lightning are playing super well, but it seems like the Hawks just got thrown off there on that Squintle miss, and they just haven't been the same since. I mean, probably 3 goals in the span of 30 seconds here by the Lightning, but Squintle gets the goal, and that might be the confidence booster to get them back into it.
You just took the words right out of my mouth, the confidence booster. I was just going to say, when you get one of those shots, you miss an open net, you just got to capitalize on another one that's given to you. Squintle capitalized on that. Cut the lead to only 2 for the Lightning, and there's plenty of time left. A minute 15 as X is trying to get some sort of offensive pressure, but Appa is going to play it off the backboard, and both Lightning members actually miss. Old Tiger tries to get something, couldn't get to it. Appa almost gets a pass off from Squintle. Appa once again could not get it. Squintle trying to play it out and get something, but no one was in the right position, and now Appa has to play it from the sidewall. Gets pressured by the Lightning Old Tiger. And now Squintle just had a little awkward from the pinch. And Appa's just trying to get something to try to make the Lightning make a mistake, but they're making sure they're taking hard rotations and not trying to mess up a 2-goal lead with 30 seconds left.
And I mean, X just had an absolutely terrific double save in net. And Squintle, oh, yes, he can! What a double tap!
What a play. That was, I saw him going for it, but I was wondering if he was going to be able to get back to it. I think he even got the flip reset. What a touch. Self-setup Squintle. That was an amazing play. We talked about you. I promise you we're not hating on you. I know we talked about you having some confidence issues, but I'm pretty sure that just definitely got your confidence all the way back, as 20 seconds left, only a 1-goal lead for the Lightning. Anything could happen, as we all know. And as I say, anything could happen. Old Tiger capitalizes on a nice hard clear from just about the midfield line, gives them that extra cushion again.
Yeah, Old Tiger just great 50 to kick that one off, and then just beats Squintle to the ball. I mean, nothing much that Squintle could have done there. But now the Hawks need to score almost immediately if they want to take game 2 here. And instead, Appa's going to miss in front of that, but Squintle is now going to be able to take it down the field here. They need to score on this play right now. They've got 1 second to do so. They cannot score. Lightning will take this game as soon as the Hawks decide to drop it, and Appa does. Lightning will take game 2. We are 1 point in the series.
That's the kind of game that I was hoping for. I mean, we talked about coming out firing on all cylinders. 12 goals scored. on a total of 20 shots on goal. that's that's a high percentage game, and it's crazy because the Hawks had five goals on a total of 12 shots when there were 6 saves that came out by the Lightning. Both of them got a savior medal. That's just great for them to be able to see. That's great defense. Lightning definitely came out having more opportunistic chances to capitalize on that the Hawks end up trying to take advantage of in the first game. So now we need to see. We had one team take advantage of those little issues, another team take advantage of those little issues. We're going to see what happens. It looks like it's going to be a close series because these games are just now getting to be the high-scoring matches, and I'm excited to see what Game 3 has as a fake comes out by Old Tiger. What a fake coming out, drawing Appa out hard as Old Tiger is just trying to play Squintle a little bit, as it seems like they know that he's going to be the one that they're going to have to mess around with a little bit. And X is trying to get it away. And I think that the Lightning's now new move is going to be get it away from Squintle as much as they can.
Well, that's not the way to do it as Squintle goes up and had all the time in the world to go for that ball. They probably could have gone for a flip reset, but instead they just slam it into the open net. Tiger tried to go up, but there was just not enough time to go up and get that ball.
I don't know if you have noticed yet, but my very well-known superpower, I guess you could say, is every time I pass it to my co-caster is when a goal gets scored. So that's happened about 6 different times so far already. We're only through 2 games. And Appa's going to try to take a shot. X ends up taking it around, gets a good control from it. 2v1 opportunity. X cannot get the control he wanted. Squintle gets the pinch, and now Squintle coming from the ceiling gets a shot, runs out of boost, but Old Tiger spawned at the right time and had enough boost to get there. But the Hawks now trying to create even more pressure to not stop this, as they cannot allow for the Lightning to get their benefits that they had last game, because every time there was one goal being scored, another one was being followed by the other team shortly after. And Appa gets a beautiful dunk. X tosses it up just enough to be able to get it out of the goal. And Squintle is just not going to be able to play it enough. And Old Tiger, just 0 boost. This is just a little bit of the boost management is going to come into factor, as I'm seeing almost everyone zeros before they grab 100 boost.
Yeah, and this is a much lower scoring game than last time. I say that as Tiger is going to go for the demo, and this is Squintle. What patience there, as now he's going to have the open net. Can he get it around? He can't, but Appa, can't clean it up. It was too awkward, and it's still a 1-0 game. But just Squintle with the amazing patience there to avoid the demo. I mean, that could have been a game changer right there had Old Tiger gotten that demo.
Speaking of Old Tiger, as he tosses it all the way to goal, Squintle comes out of nowhere once again and gets it. And now the Hawks are just trying to get it out of their end. Squintle just got in the way of Appa's touch, but he's still following. And now the Lightning just need to try to get those pass plays that we saw them come out with in that second game. It seemed like they were definitely communicating a little bit better, and now it just seems like they're trying to kind of change their gameplay to be something different that is not working out too well for them right now, as Squintle's just going to try to toss it up, try to get another touch. Could not get back to it, as it looks like he's on 0 boost. Old Tiger tries to go for the block, and X tosses it all the way up. 2v1 opportunity. Open net, space. Could not capitalize. Old Tiger could not get it either, as Squintle played too far to near post. And now the Lightning have the offensive opportunity, but cannot capitalize on 2 open net opportunities.
And they're about to have another one here, but there is a touch by the Hawks player. Squintle's able to somewhat clear it, and the Hawks get away with murder there, as the Lightning had multiple chances to put it in, and instead the Hawks are going to turn around and score and make this a 2-goal game.
I don't even know what really happened. Appa ended up getting the beat, and I was confused. Oh, Old Tiger was on the backboard. I thought he was already jumped. That was a great play, heads-up play by Appa. Beautiful play for the Hawks to try to get a 2-goal lead now. Minute 38 left. We know how the other games went, where there was a lot of high scoring, but we're not seeing that as much. And I feel like just because the Lightning only have 3 shots on goal and the Hawks have 7 total, The Lightning have been playing so much defense that they're just dumping the ball. It seems like they're not going for the control. As Squintle misses, Old Tiger trying to play off of Appa's touch, but Appa just trying to wreak as much havoc as he can on the offensive pressure, and ends up not being able to clear it out as Squintle. This is just Hawks just getting all the benefits of control as well as accuracy of just getting the ball as fast as they can into the defensive end of the Lightning, and it's just causing the transition offense for the Lightning to not be able to be used as well as they want it to.
Yeah, I mean, but the Lightning still have 40 seconds left on the clock. If they get one quick here, they definitely can just get an easy kickoff goal if it lines up that way. But obviously, they've got to stop the Hawks from scoring one more. As Appa takes the shot and squeezes it under the defender of Old Tiger, and the Hawks will most likely take Game 3. I mean, again, another minor miracle will be needed by the Lightning.
I've seen it before, 3 goals scored in under 30 seconds, but with the way the Lightning are playing at this moment, it really doesn't seem like it's going to be able to go their way. It kind of seems like they're just going to have to reap the benefit. Is Appa! What a read! I did not expect Appa to go for that, but all of a sudden I saw Squintle flying. I'm like, he's going to get back. No, okay. Appa just takes it himself. Wow.
And you know, Appa called that when Squintle just keeps going. Just keeps going. He doesn't even try to go for it. Appa's like, yo, bro, I know I'm on the goal line, but I'm going to go for this anyway, as X scores the kind of consolation goal, I guess you can call it here. But just what a goal by Appa. I mean, I don't want to overshadow X's goal, but wow.
That's not a shot you see very often, especially coming from the side corner boost. That was a great shot. And as you said, a consolation goal for X. That was a good goal for him because that's going to give him a little bit more hopefully, going into this next game. Double comes out. Now they just need to try to take this break in between these games and try to just rethink between each other. Hey, like, take a deep breath. We got this. Because now it's going to be Hawks 2-1 in the series right now. And it was very much Hawks this game as they end up winning 4-1. As they did actually in the first game as well. Maybe that's their lucky numbers that come out, is winning 4-1 in a game.
Yeah, and if you're the Lightning here, you just gotta take a deep breath here. I would take the full amount of time. I mean, we see X is not not readying up yet. But obviously, just take the time. Realize, okay, you got skilled on. Appa peaked. Appa definitely peaked there and got a Balls Garana Play of the Week nominee for sure. But if you're the Hawks right now, I mean, the Lightning are a good team, and you're doing this without killing habits. Obviously, it wasn't just killing habits carrying them all the way here. They've got a solid team in the back end, and I know one player on the Hawks who I was actually surprised wasn't playing tonight. Anjay is not playing tonight, and I know he's also very good. So obviously the Hawks have a very capable roster, and I think they could take these next 2 games.
Definitely, and like you said, the Hawks are kind of sitting so high up in their rankings right now that these games are just kind of like free wins at the moment if they end up taking them. And going into Game 4, this is going to be very crucial, or like you said earlier as well, the Lightning need it actually more than what the Hawks do, so they need to play very smart. As a touch comes off once again from Appa. You are not lying about him peaking, as that angle is just perfect to be able to capitalize on that toss. Oh my goodness.
And Old Tiger just couldn't quite get the touch. I saw what he was trying to do with it. He was trying to keep it on the wall so that Appa didn't have the ability to even shoot that, but obviously it bounced out and Appa just had basically a free net. But again, Appa is now popping off as he's going to get a no. He almost got another one there, and Squintle, I think, didn't want to just go for that, but he goes for that, and that might be in. Old Tiger cannot get back, and it is in. The Hawks are up 2-0.
I was going to say, Old Tiger had a lot of good mechanics on that play coming from the corner. Almost had a full carry, but then I noticed he had 0 boost. I'm like, oh no, what's going to happen? X ended up coming in, couldn't get there fast enough. Squintle tucks it in, gives the Hawks the 2-0 lead, just like they started off with just about last game. And now they're just keeping this pressure on for the Lightning. As you can see, when the pressure is on, because the Hawks are playing their game. I always say when you're going into a match, play your game. And that's the game that I like to see. The attempted bump play come out for Old Tiger to take the ball himself. Beautiful.
I mean, X got the bump play there, but I mean that's what they've been trying all series. I saw it in the background and they didn't really mention it, but X kept going for that bump play. It finally paid off for him, and Old Tiger was able to just get a basically wide open net goal here. But we might see it again if Old Tiger takes his time, but instead he's just going to take the air dribble. Double tap. It's on the line. Get in. Yes, it can get in. And it does. Old Tiger manages to reverse it and get the goal.
You know, I hate to say it, not to overshadow Appa's goal before, but you said play of the week. I think that'd be like the funniest play of the week that can be nominated, as Old Tiger almost took it all the way himself, he ended up finishing it off himself and tied it up within just less than a minute. And a demo comes out. It was actually a play, I think, from Appa to try to get the defender of the Lightning off the ball, and it sent him flying. And now Appa trying to play it a little bit better. Couldn't get the shot on goal, just barely over. And now Squintel's trying to pressure Old Tiger, as he knows Old Tiger was able to take out the shot. Squintle tosses it to the side, and now the Lightning trying to generate their offensive pressure and trying to play their game more than what the Hawks did. As a good toss comes up from Squintle, ends up being a good pass for the Lightning. Bounce off the post, very unbeneficial for the Hawks. And the Lightning take the lead for the first time in Game 4.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunate there for Squintle. I mean, a great job just getting back and saving that. But, I mean, just an unfortunate bounce there. And, I mean, X, you can't, I mean, Old Tiger, you can't miss those. I mean, that's the freest shot you're going to get all night. And he puts it away, and just like that, the Lightning are up now. But now Squintle passes it to Appa, and Appa misses. But you saw the patience there from Squintle to wait for Appa to get there and open up the pass lane, as now the Lightning try to do the same of their own, and they cannot quite do it yet, but they still have the pressure as a double commit there, but it's still going to lead to a goal anyway, and the Lightning go up by 2.
What an angle. That was a crazy shot to come out basically right off each other. Just barely. X ended up hitting it into Old Tiger, and Old Tiger just gets the perfect corner hit that just barely goes in. 3:03 left, get the 2-goal benefit. And this is a Lightning we saw in Game 2 as keeping their pressure up and playing their game. They just need to watch out because they are having a few too many double commits, and we know that the Hawks are able to capitalize on any of those opportunities that have been presented so far. As Old Tiger's tossing it back to X, and X is just going to try to play this out and try to do something with it.
And one thing I also want to note out here, as Squintle goes for the air dribble and just barely gets it in. What a play there by Squintle. I was gonna say something about the Hawks, like not scoring as much, but I got shut up right there by Squintle.
That was a beautiful play, and that's one of those plays you don't see happen very often in Champion League. But when it comes down to CL, you can see those occasionally. And Squintle has the opportunity with his mechanics to do plays like that. As a shot comes out, the Lightning both came out of goal just a little too fast, and the Hawks tie it up with 2:26 left.
Yeah, the Lightning just both came out of goal. I'm not sure if that was a miscommunication about who was staying back, or if they both thought they could beat Squintle for some reason. But both of them just challenged up, and Squintle's like, oh, you're challenging me? Okay, I'm just gonna hit it over you. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's kind of a crazy play to see. Old Tiger tries to take it off the corner himself, could not get it, as X is trying to get it center, but goes right to Squintle's hood. X coming low on boost, could not get anything more on it. And now the Hawks are going to try to get their offensive opportunity, as Squintle's going to get a dribble play. Almost got it around the Lightning defense, but X ends up stopping it, gets it underneath Appa, 2v1 opportunity. Tries to get the pass center, but could not get it around Squintle. And now Old Tiger trying to challenge Appa, get something to make sure that no quick pass, the shot comes off. And X going to toss it up, couldn't get the double jump up to the ball. Little awkward touch, but the Lightning are still keeping it in their Hawks zone. And now we're seeing a little bit of boost starvation hopefully coming out, and the Lightning could get something. But a hard clear comes out to try to give the Hawks a little reset.
And also, what I'm noticing here as well, I mean, if the Lightning do end up taking this game, which is very possible, I mean, it's anyone's game here, but if the Lightning do end up taking this game, I want to say that the Hawks just favor, like, kind of low-scoring games. I mean, this is pretty high-scoring. 8 goals so far combined between the teams. I mean, obviously 4 for each, and that was almost a goal. But now Appa has an open net, but X is probably going to get back in time. Yes, he can. Appa was not able to get the dunk there. But yeah, as I was saying, I think the Lightning prefer high-scoring games. As long as they can just score more than their opponent, they will win. And as I'm saying, that a wide-open net for X. Great pass there by Tiger, and it's 5-4, 46 seconds left.
That was an absolutely amazing pass by Tiger. Going up just to get the tiniest of touches. He thought to himself, oh, I don't need to shoot this. I just need to get it over the defender. Got it over just enough. His teammate was there to clean it up. And that's the kind of twos play that the Lightning have been playing so well so far. As a ceiling shot coming out. Could not get the touch for X. And Appa just tosses it a little weird for his teammate. And now the Lightning double committed on it. And now they're just trying to get that cushion goal. 30 seconds is left and dwindling down. Appa just trying to get the offensive plays to be created and just not enough of a clear. 20 seconds left. And it just seems like now the Hawks are a little frantic, a little frenzied as an open net comes out. And X could not get it, but it's not like it matters too much. As long as they keep it in the Hawks' end, they can end up claiming this game nice and easy. 5 seconds and down. Next, I think, is just going to push us off to the side. Let it roll. What a game by the Lightning. Like you said, they definitely favor those high-scoring games.
Yeah, and once again, the Lightning take another game. It's 2-2. We are going to a Game 5. And, I mean, just these two teams are so close in competition to each other. I mean, the Lightning barely squeaked that one out, but they've been going back and forth pretty much the whole time. I can't tell who's going to win the next game.
Yeah, I mean, the two games that the Hawks ended up winning 4-1, and then the two games that the Lightning won were 7-5 and 5-4. That's a big difference in scoring aspects. But the Lightning came out, they saw that the Hawks were playing their game. They're like, you know what? We got to go back to our normal thing, get those quick touches, and try not to double commit as much, but we're going to make sure that we're trying to just take our time with it, play very smart. And that's exactly what you need to do in twos, and I love to see it. Going into Game 5, 2-2 series. Let's see who comes out with the extra game. And Old Tiger gets the kickoff goal. Perfect cheat up from the kickoff from X. Old Tiger gets a lift over the defender. And what a play to start off for Lightning.
It was just a competition of who was willing to get closer to the ball, and Tiger just won that competition. I mean, just... yeah, that's all that happened there. It was just who was willing to get closer to the ball, who was willing to take the biggest risk there. Because if that doesn't get caught right in the middle, or you pick the wrong side, you're stuck there, and the other team is scoring instead. So I mean, great play there by the Lightning, but it could have easily gone the other way for the Hawks had it just been slightly different kickoff. But here we are again. Now the Hawks are 1 goal down. They've been in a situation before as it's center there by the other team allows Squintle to score.
Squintle is absolutely loving those top shelf power hits. 70 miles an hour. That's a hard ball to try to defend. And especially for Old Tiger to try to come out of goal to try to get that ball. Would have been too hard of a commit because it would have been completely open net for him to shoot at just about. But it seemed like for Squintle, with his mechanics and capabilities, he's able to hit that anyway. As a shot comes off from X, but just a little wide. Old Tiger trying to get it over to his teammate X. X could not get it on as it was a hard angle. He tried to get another touch, trying to just wreak some sort of havoc on Squintle in the corner. And now a beautiful play comes out by X. A dribble around both Hawks, and what an amazing play.
Yeah, X just keeping control of it, just like touch, 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 touch. I want the ball, ball, ball. And then finally gets it center to a waiting Tiger, just chilling there. And the Hawks just could not get it away from X. All they needed to do was just get one touch that was away from him, and they could have gotten that clear, but instead, the Hawks are now down 1 goal again, as they've got to climb back to try and win this series here. And again, I just cannot tell who is going to win this. I mean, I know the Hawks are going to have at least 2 more in them, and the Lightning as well. They've been high scoring all series. I mean, we'll see how it goes.
I mean, with this, Old Tiger taking a beautiful play off the sidewall, runs out of boost, but it doesn't matter. He ends up getting there fast enough and gets a self-pass off the sidewall. Perfect clear out. Caught the Hawks off guard and gives them a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, and now the Hawks are in a hole they need to get themselves out of. But Old Tiger really taking this game into his own hands. I mean, 3 shots on 3 goals. Insanity there. It's a great bounce off the corner of the goal. Almost got a goal for Squintle, but the Lightning were able to clear it out here, as the Hawks just kind of look a little awkward right now in front of the Lightning net. Tiger does throw it off to the side and does clear it out for the Lightning, so they can reset here, but Hawks are just going to bring it back. Actually, Appa just kind of gives it away. Tiger misses. It's not a 2-on-1. They're going to wait for the demo, but Appa just throws it into the corner, and X does dodge Squintel's demo and is able now to go to the other direction.
That was a smart play by the Hawks, but I think Appa just didn't expect the demo play to come out. And now the Lightning are just trying to get something. A good attempt coming out from Old Tiger, but now Appa banged it up to his teammate. Squintle tossing it up to Appa. Looks like he's going to try to get the tire touch. He does, gets it down. What a shot.
What a shot indeed here, as Squintle just pops it up, gets up, and I mean, Old Tiger was not going to be there in time for it, and just hope that he was going to mess it up, but you don't mess that up from this level. As now the Hawks just need 1 more. 2 minutes 22 left. They can definitely get 1 more here as Squintle goes up. He's going to have another opportunity. Flip reset. Can't quite get it, as both Lightning players had the double commit on that one in order to save it. Now Appa have no boost. Tried to fake it, but realized that it probably wasn't going to work here. But the Hawks are now keeping the pressure up here and could possibly get another goal to tie this one up.
You know, it's kind of funny, as you said, 3 shots and 3 goals for the Lightning. That's all they had or have right now in the system is 3 shots on goal, and they're all done by Old Tiger right now. So I feel like the Lightning need to generate a little bit more pressure. Squintle almost tucked it in himself to his own goal, but ends up somehow getting it out of his end. And now the Lightning are just trying to get it to center. X ends up getting the shot. Squintle spawned on the opposite side, got the corner boost, and got the ball in time. And now the Lightning once again just keeping it in, because it seemed like the Hawks just tossed it a little bit too early. And a lob comes out, anybody's ball, free for all. Squintle could not get the touch he wanted. And now a pass back off of the backboard, just a little bit over the defense of the Lightning. And now a waterfall effect, and Appa tucks it in to tie it up. What a play.
And Appa just had to wait for X to make a mistake there. I mean, X was also just in a bad situation there. Either the ball waterfalls like it did, or it goes off the backboard and X is able to clear it. But now, tied game, minute left here. We're gonna have to see who takes it here as X goes up, can get the double tap. It's off the net. Not quite. As now Squintle takes his turn. He's gonna go for it. Can he get it center? Not really, as Appa takes the shot, but it's in front of net, and Squintle scores the open net. 48 seconds left, and the Hawks are leading.
I think Squintle ended up getting a little bit of a fake on the defender, and Appa just got just enough of a 50 on it that Squintle was able to play it. I don't know what exactly was going through the defender's mind for the Lightning, but that was a crazy play that went in a major benefit for the Hawks. 40 seconds left. They got their first lead of the game. And now, obviously, anything could happen as Squintle just plays once again the patience game and gets a 2-goal lead for them with 37 seconds left.
Just unreal here by the Hawks. The 4-goal just swing to now give them a 2-goal lead. The Lightning look lost right now in this game. And can they bring it back with 30 seconds left? They cheat, and like I said, it's whoever gets to the ball closest. This is a repeat of the first kickoff of the game, and just like that, Tiger chose the wrong direction.
That's just unfortunate. The Lightning just had a huge swing within the past 40 seconds, almost 3 goals scored for the Hawks, and that's just a big difference in comparison to what we've seen all the other games. Because as we were just saying before, the Hawks seem like they favored a lot more low-scoring games, and now Squintle just going off has 5 goals on 7 total shots, and Appa is going to play it up. Very minimal boost, tries to get something for his teammate, but it doesn't even matter as the ball. This is just formality reasons now. That old Tiger is going to try to get one for the road. Appa tosses it off the crossbar, and X is just going to let it die. And what a series played by both teams, but the Hawks take it 3-2 in this game.
Yeah, and this is a very good position for the Hawks to be in going in to the final 3 weeks of the season. Now, they do have the Ducks. They do have the Ducks battling them for the division lead. They managed to gain 3 games on the Ducks, but I mean, that 3-game swing can happen in 3 weeks just like that. I mean, it can happen in one game with a 5-0. But if you're the Lightning here, this is not the game you wanted to lose. This hurts your chances very badly of getting in the playoffs, as now, instead of now you're 4 games back from playoffs. And I mean, a 4-game swing could happen, but I just don't see it from just the sheer quality of the teams that they still have to play.
Yeah, I mean, playing in this league within Champion League, it's definitely a lot of competition, especially when it comes down to these series. And coming down to the tail end of the season, you're going to see a lot of people playing their top players. And as funny as it is, as we talked about, killing habits end up not being on the Hawks anymore for the Champion League. And it's a big difference. But at the same time, you're able to see that the Hawks definitely persevered, pulled out the 3-2 today. And even though it's a rough schedule ahead, who knows what can happen? At least the Lightning pulled out 2 games in this series. And I mean, it was a close series overall. You really can't get any better than this. And going 5 games to see who ends up winning is great. But coming up next, we have the ML matchup between the Elite and the Demolition. And I'm excited to see what that game has to feed for us.
Yeah, and we'll be right back after this quick break and just looking for more Rocket League action.